me knowing, and a lot of people are not aware what is going on. There's a lie that been going on air, a typical lie that been going on air about my brother, and I want to clear that air now that I've been into such situation before. Last year, before we pack into this place that we're living now at World Bank, before we packed in here, we used to stay at MCC side. While we were staying there is this woman that sells something opposite my house. She has a daughter, a secondary school daughter. So I used to, I mind my business, I go my school. Like, ever since we pack in there, she doesn't, reply my greetings. So I mind my business. I don't get myself involved into whatever that has nothing to do with me, or especially somebody. I don't notice people that doesn't want me, that kind of stuff. So I do not go to her shop to buy anything from her, and I do not even bother to greet her any longer. So I pass. Then there is a guy, we stayed there like getting to 2 years. So a guy, this thing is happening around April, May. Yes. Then February, March. This thing is happening February, March, and April, May. So a guy that his parents stays around that place. His parents stays there, but he only visits and go back. So me, I'm this kind of person that I don't make street friends. I do not make friends in the same street I stay. When it comes to male friends, I do not. That is just me. So one day, the guy was passing. So he called me. He was driving from his house down to the junction where he will take off. So I was going to buy something that day. So he stopped, took my number, and the rest of it talked. So at first I asked him, "Do you stay here?" He said no. So later, when he was, calling, the day he came around our street that day to me, that was a Sunday morning. So he visited his parents. He said he brought gas for them. He's about going back. He needed to just see me. Let's talk. So he called me. I came out. Unfortunately, we have no place to sit because he was in haste, rather than in that woman's shop. But she doesn't come out on Sundays. So we sat there. I and this guy was talking. I told him that I don't make friends in the same street, though. That kind of stuff. He said that he doesn't stay there. His family stays there and the rest of them. At first, I told him no. So later I said okay. But last, like at about getting to, for like, after seeing him that day, getting to like few days, this guy started calling me, needed to see me, come to his house. No, I don't do that. Come to his house. I just meet you recently. You want me to come to your house? There's no signal of any serious something at all, and the rest of it. When I asked him about his family, that kind of stuff, he wasn't into he wasn't playing the same call. You understand? I told him I'm not interested anymore. In fact, I told him I am not interested. He said, "Why?" I said, "I am not interested." He said, do I say I'm not interested? I said, "Yes, I am not interested." That was what I told him. His name is Steven. He said, "Why?" I said, I said, "Only if you can wait." He said, "Why?" I said, "Because the reason why I'm saying it, you're in haste, and I'm so sorry I cannot be able to afford what you're saying at the moment. So I can't be there to fix what you want at the moment. You can look for someone else. I am not interested." That was what I told him. Very simple. And ever since then, when I'm moving, I go straight. I do not make him feel ashamed or feel somehow. I go my way and mind my business. Because of this guy went to this woman's shop. Okay, that day he called me out, that we went to the woman's shop to sit down and talk briefly. So a friend of that woman came out. She went to buy something that Sunday. So probably she told the woman that she saw us in her shop. And the woman knows the guy. The guy, these people they know themselves before. We just pack into the place, getting to 2 years, but these are the people that have stayed there for long, but they are tenants in that street as well. So do you know what? This guy, and this woman that owns the shop collided. The woman gave the guy his secondary school daughter. So both of them started dating. Me, I do not feel anything. Like, it's not my business. I told you I do not want. So it's left for you. I am not your mother. I'm not your sister. Either am I your teacher that will flog you. You do whatever you want to do. It's not my business. So the funny thing is this. The woman is into a coven. I think this either fraternity or what they call it, Ogboni or something. And she's also into the witches. The woman I'm talking about. So the guy too, it seems he's also into the witchy something too. Maybe a warlock. They both of them collided, started dating the girl. So each time I'm passing from the street, even though I knew about, it's not my business now. Whenever, if I see the guy, maybe if, let's say I mistakenly see the guy on the road, I greet him and I pass. Some of the times if I don't even pass, I just wait for him to pass and I go where I want to go. So these are the reason why I dislike street friendships, because you keep seeing the person every day. So right from time is not in my it's not in my game, it's not in my agenda. I don't like it. So now the woman always feel, if I'm passing, she feels like I have to die and go out of her eyes so that her child will be comfortable with the guy. It's not my business. Do I need to disappear from your eyes before you'll be comfortable? What else? Your daughter and the guy is dating, and it has nothing to do with me. I'm totally off from the line. And he even told you. Then this woman, do you know what she did? So it's as if this thing is a collided stuff. She went and discussed and tabled my issue before the altar of her fraternity and before her coven sisters and brothers in both of these fraternities. Do you know that they started chasing me? There's nothing I did not see that last year and even earlier this year. They said a lot, so it was as if it's a conspiracy already. Maybe they sent the guy to come. It wasn't as if he came for anything, but just for him to come. And luckily to me, I did not fall into it. Then they think they will use me for witchcraft market. They think they will use me and buy witchcraft market. They think they will use me and buy their fraternity something. If I go to the market, everywhere I go, they say I'm fighting because of a male. I'm fighting, I am dragging somebody, I need to let this thing go. I need to, even on YouTube, everywhere, I was like, on social media, I was like, what's going on? How can I be fighting over somebody I told that I do not want? Like, I told him I don't want, so why would you be saying I'm fighting? This discussion, even in the market, they said I was fighting over a guy. I was fighting with a girl over a guy. That is an insult. That is a letdown. That is a meme. That is caricature. That is letting me down. That is, as I don't understand. I told this guy that I do not need, I don't want. And they know it. Then the woman she was intentionally doing it. She went to her fraternity so that they will use me. I don't understand. Involving me into issues that has nothing to do with me. Because she was a friend to my landlady. And this same issue that we're facing here concerning people that used to pound was the same issue that we faced there. So because we told the landlady that they are pounding something there and the rest of them, then we have no idea about these people that used to pound, what they are into. So she was against us. What she was doing, whoever that will bring any issue that concerns us. And already the landlady was attached. She knows somebody from my family. Her name is Auntie Gloria. So this was how she and this woman I was talking about collided. They conspired with everybody, almost everybody in the street. They said I am fighting over a man. That this one. Meanwhile, when I'm passing, this one will pour something. If she not pour, she will go and gather almost all the male in that place in the other side. She will go and gather them. They will come. Once I pass, they will start saying something that has nothing to do with me. People will start looking at me anyhow. If I go out, people will start saying, even in the car, everywhere, telling me something that has nothing to do with me, that I'm fighting over. I should let this thing be, I should let it be, I should let this thing go, I should let it go. How can I be fighting over this person, this one, the other one? I should forgive them. Forgive what? What is my business, and why are you involving me into a game, into a involving me into drama? It has nothing to do with me. But I am getting somewhere. I'm telling you something, and what I'm giving you this instant is something that I've passed through. So I needed you, as you feel that you are into this coven and fraternity. So I guess you are also spiritually inclined. So you understand what I'm saying. Even though you're not into all those things, but I believe as a spiritualist or that somebody that have understanding, because I believe common sense is not common. You understand where I'm going to? This was how people involved me into something that has nothing to do with me. This was how people started sending evil attacks up and down everywhere. They used that as a case study. They use it to set it in the front. They set it, they position it so that it will be like this is the issue. But meanwhile, there is something else going on. They position it to be like as an issue, but something else was actually the issue that has nothing to do with me, of which I know nothing about, except my landlord, my landlady, and this woman. Nothing. I was not in any way dragging with anybody for any man or anything at all. This is how these narcissistic sisters and brothers and fraternity members and whatever they call themselves do. Everywhere I go, they say they are chasing this one, the other one is not by force to marry you. I was like, what's going on? Me? Do you know me? I know, even though my parents might not have much and all that, but I'm not ugly. I thank this God Almighty for what He has done for me in my life, no matter what. What will I go and drag with somebody over a man? I don't. People are mad. Do you know people are very, very mad and insane? This was how they gave, they accused me of what I know nothing about. They laid allegation against me. They levied allegation against me over nothing that has nothing to do with me at all. Till today, everywhere people say she dey drag man with one girl like that. You get it? It's not my business. Even on Facebook too. Last 2 months or so. But do you know why they brought into that love relationship something? They wanted to use it and remove people's face from what is the main thing, what is the main problem. The main problem is the evil attack, spiritual attack they've been sending to us, pounding, every black magic and witchcraft they've been doing to us. They wanted to use the love triangle to position it, to cover it up. This is the same thing they are doing to my brother right now as I'm speaking to you. This is the same thing they are doing to my brother now as I'm talking to you. Let me tell you what happened. Recently, there's something that happened in... now, let me tell you something. In that place that we were staying before, do you know what? This, my landlady, is colliding with this lady. Not only that, because we talked about the attack they are doing us and the rest of them, she picked it as and because of she told me she saw my auntie after traveling for the Xmas and she came back. She told me that she saw my auntie. So she did not tell me the actual discussion they discussed, but from every question she was asking me and in her incident, I knew something went wrong. Now, do you know what? There's the lawyer that gave us the place that we're staying. That is her house. Do you get that? Is also involved in this thing. But do you know about this woman? Because of this thing and because she has already, maybe my auntie has already told her everything about us. My auntie has told her everything. How well I'm doing a shower, how we are nobody, how they can do anything and go, nothing. Listen, if I am nobody, does it mean that you come and take what belongs to me? Does it mean even after everything you have, you're not still contented with what you have? You're not still contented with what you have. This woman and her husband have everything. But they decided to do this thing from evil conspiracy with my family. Do you know what she did? The day we were about packing out was a Sunday. We will pack out next week. She called me that Sunday. These are the people that keep delaying everything, and we needed to go and look for a house. I was able to get the house. Do you understand? Can you hear me? Now, that Sunday, she called me. They started asking me a lot of things. Is it true? This one, the other one, only only me and my brother. Yes, I said yes. It's only me and my brother. Are you serious? I said yes. She nodded her head. And the funny thing is that she was asking me questions and I was answering her without thinking because my mind was not going there. I did not know that they have discovered who we are. They have discussed everything against us. So she now started giving us condition that day that we will move, We first of all, she said she doesn't want us. After the discussion, she said she doesn't want us in her house. The husband insisted that we should stay. The other one, I told her that we'll go because of what is happening, what they are hitting. I don't want to have any problem with anybody, so that tomorrow somebody will not say I am looking for their trouble or whatever. We will need to go. This woman, I never knew that this woman was actually with strategy. She said that we need to move that Monday morning. That she doesn't need to. The way she acted on that Monday morning, I was like, I said, ma, that Sunday, I said, ma, but how will it be possible? The vehicle has to come and pick us. There's no way for us to disappear from here just like that. Do you know what? The few distinct days that we stayed in that house, she costed it as well. We have to pay extra in that house. I am telling you where the problem is coming from, that woman and her husband. So the day the car needed to come.
After discussion.
Yes, now. The day the vehicle needed to come, they turned it. That was manipulation. That this one, they lied everything they needed to lie. The day we were packing out, she and her husband started acting up. I was like, what's going on? We are packing at this. She came with 3 of her friends. She's making them 3, 2 of her friends and her. They came in, raking, entering everywhere without even minding if we're packing out or not. My mom asked him, why will you do this? My dad was like, why will you do this? Everywhere is never done. People were saying it's never done anywhere. So why would you? People are packing out. You just bring in people and say that they are coming to live for house. We needed to pack not less than 2 minutes before you close your eyes and open it. We have disappeared from your house. What does that mean? We're not quarreling with you. We are not having any issue with you. We are not even dragging anything. So why? We never knew that it was a planned deal with my auntie.
Let's say this that we are going to stay here.
Do you understand? So do you know what she said? Unless if these people are going, these people go that we are going to stay here. The 3 women that she came with, they are 3 and they came prepared. She said, and unless that they go, that we are going to stay here. If we're not going to stay here, that she needed us to pack out our things before she stepped downstairs. And my mom said yes. We've already paid for her somewhere else. Then, do you know before then? She and her husband started calling. When my brother told them, my brother called her husband, please, will you tell your wife, please, let her allow my family to park. Let her allow them to park now. Since they are not going to sleep here tonight, the vehicle is already coming, please. Because of this statement, the husband said that he would deal with my brother. He said that he would deal with us. That he will deal with us. That my brother is saying that me and my brother is running mouth for them. How are we running mouth for them? We are not running mouth for them. I myself, I was in the motion of what? Let's do the normal thing everybody is doing. The vehicle is coming. We are not eating your house. Let's pack out in peace. And she was trying to make a problem from it.
That's why my mother said.
So that's why my mom said, okay, we'll have to stay. Let's stay. We stayed for that 1 year until reaching this issue, this incident, this woman and her child got me into with the other guy. I never knew it was a conspiracy and plan. They did, but I didn't fall into it. Yeah, they tried to make it seem, they spread my name in their coven places. Almost their boys and girls and men and women, we are all against me everywhere. They lied against me. At some point, one of the female Black Witch Coven sisters saw me in the market. She knew me. She asked me some questions. I explained everything to her. She said, is that how it happened? I told her that was how it happened before God and man. She said, if it's how it happened, then leave the word for me. That was how the matter came down a little bit. They lied on me. How would I go and be?
Whether you are calling with that.
Yeah, yes, they even asked me whether I'm calling with that my auntie before. I said no.
You are not going to quarrel with.
Who am I to quarrel with her?
It's not.
Because I'm too small to her. From that my aunt in the village and this woman and the other woman, it has nothing to do. As in, I'm not even in any way. She's my auntie. I'm not in any way her mate or anything at all.
She and their mother.
She's my mother's mate. So why would I go? But just because she married late, why would I go and be having the quarreling with her, any issue with her? Talk more of my landlady and the other woman. So this was how they involved me into the mess. So this is how they also making this thing now, involving my brother into this same mess. I want, why I'm telling you this thing now is that this is how I fell victim. Now I want to tell you something. Something happened recently about my brother, and I needed to say it out. I needed to clear the air. The accusation they're saying about him is not true. The accusation they levied against him is not true. The accusation they levied against him is all lie. Asim Gini, what did I say? The accusation they levied against my brother is a fatal lie. These are just falsified evidence. It's something that they make up. They just they just make it up so that it will rhyme and look sweet. They just make it up to use it and make trouble with us, nothing else. He did not do it. Do you hear what I said? I said my brother did not do it. Let me tell you something. I'm coming.